And they'd have to be their Dio's kids.
And they're not even and they're not even really technically Dio's kids. They're technically JoJo's.
I mean, so's Giorno.
Yes.
Because he was sired when Dio had Jonathan's body.
So they're the Joker's daughter of Dio's kids?
Yeah, kinda.
Because Dio essentially just attached his head on
Jonathan's body and reanimated it. And while he had Jonathan's body, he sired some kids.
Weird. Question.
Yeah.
Which JoJo are you referring to?
Jonathan was the first one.
Okay.
The one who was on the boat when Dio's head tried to take him over.
Dio's show.
Did they not show the bit with the boat?
Yes, they did at the very last episode of the first
I was going to say, because that should be like the very end of the last episode, is the boat sinking with Jonathan holding Dio's head.
And dying, yes.
Yeah, because after the boat sinks, Dio's still alive, and while he's at the bottom of the ocean, he manages to get Jonathan's head off, get himself onto Jonathan's body, and crawls into that escape coffin that he brought with him. And just hides out at the bottom of the ocean, feeding off of sea life until he gets his strength back.
It's also technically the reason all the JoJo's have stands, because Dio took over.
All right.
Yeah, because Dio has a stand, and through Dio, it awoke the stand power of the whole bloodline.
Okay.
Because all their stands awoke at the same time that Dio got his stand.
Okay.
I'm confused.
Stands early on don't make sense, really. The first season with stands kind of work however he wants them to, and then you kind of start setting more rules for stands. While at the same time getting a lot more creative with them. So the first round of stands in JoJo's are very
and this is why we don't get them started on JoJo, because Flux and Sovik cannot stop.
No, we cannot. Well, Flux can. I can. I know my crack.
All right, can we start playing now?
No.
Yeah, let me get the stream started.
So I saw Stain Neo Tag. I don't know what you're complaining about. Damn it! I wanted to get
He looks like someone pulled out of the trash can at Image in the 90s.
He's literally just
a
like
concept.
They're like, let's do Spawn. Let's do Spawn, which mixed with like the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
He looks like a 90s Image character, which he's supposed to, but he looks like an unfinished concept of an Image 90s comic character. Something that was thrown away as being too stupid to exist. Okay?
With the rest of Leinfeld's trash?
Yeah. And he looked so bad that Leinfeld was like, no.
Didn't Liefeld create Deadpool?
No.
No.
Leinfeld lied and tried to say he created Deadpool when it became popular. Deadpool was created by committee. He is literally, the actual conversation was, Wolverine is popular. Spider-Man is popular. What if we combine the two? And that's what
I got Wolverine. I got Spider-Man. I have a Deadpool.
And Deadpool was not popular at first. It took 5 years. It took 5 years of him popping up every once in a while for them to get him right. And they kept changing him. Now he's more Wolverine. Now he's more Spider-Man. And they kept mixing the two until they got Deadpool right.
And now he's literally like overtaken the character that he was named after. No one knows who Deathstroke is, but everyone knows who Deadpool is.
What?
Yeah.
Who?
Yeah, pretty much.
Deathstroke and Deadpool. They were Deadpool is essentially Marvel's Deathstroke.
Welcome to Streamception.
No.
Streamception is now.
Whatever. Let's get started. I know my crack too, and I'd rather play than talk about my crack.
Okay, so, but people who may or may not be watching these, I don't know who fucking watches these. I don't even check the analytics on these things anymore. So time skips happened, as those of you playing are well aware. Yeah. So what's going on with you guys now that you've finished your 3 months? as I desperately try to remember what fucking day it is.
We're finishing
wait a minute.
everything up.
I'm actually pretty sure it's like the middle of winter. Hang on, guys.
I think it's like the start of the new
This
year.
is the middle of winter, the perfect time to go on an expedition to the jungle. I'm pretty sure we're finishing up what we got to do. Ymir would be making sure the bank's got all his information and everything's settled, and then he's gonna head to his new home, his shop, and wait for everybody to show up to head out. We gotta go pick up Zahn and
All right.
Fluck.
So I have my calendar up, so I'm looking up the time now.
So how did this time skip happen? Where we're just like, okay, we'll meet again in 3 months after we've all grown stronger.
Kinda.
We literally put like a fucking One Piece time skip.
That's kind of how
our own personal
in my headcanon, that's how it works.
Honestly, the way I thought it happened was essentially we all, after the big Church of Light fight, were like, okay, this is what we're going to start dealing with. We need to get a little bit stronger. We'll all meet back together in 3 months and head down to that place the Archmage told us
All right,
about.
so it's basically December now. So some things happened. You're going to want to be aware of.
Oh no.
There was another solar eclipse.
Oh boy.
This one was not catastrophic in any way. It just kind of happened.
Okay.
There was an eclipse of the plane of fire and an eclipse of the plane of air. All three of these eclipses happened over 3 days.
Okay.
The next month, about a week later, there was an eclipse of the plane of water, twice on bookends of the week. The positive plane eclipsed again a couple weeks after that. And that brings us a month later to now. So yeah, there's been a lot of eclipses happening.
It's just
I'm tired of you dropping the hints. I'm gonna actually do a historical check if this is unusual or not.
Okay, you can do so. I mean, actually open up the page where you're rolling so I can see what you wrote. You were 9.
Oh, hey, it's just an eclipse again. It's just getting.
Okay, no, you rolled
28.
28. Eclipses are not only rare; they're damn near unheard of, especially lunar ones.
Well, something is definitely going on. Can I do? God, it would be a planes check. I don't have planes. I
have 2 points in nature.
That's not going to help. This is clearly a planes situation. Well, I guess we'll keep a lookout on that.
All right, and there's going to be one more thing that happens, but I'm going to have to do a roll for it.
We're going to start with combat again.
Please, let's get to the jungle.
That's a big roll.
It suddenly starts raining gold coins?
No. Oh. I'm so glad it landed on that one. Okay. So, about a week ago, it rained slime.
What?
Yeah. Let me go to the...
Honestly,
Let me go to the page that says what that did.
I've watched enough anime. I know where this is leading to.
I have no clue what he's doing at this point.
Actually,
I really don't.
Oh god, this might actually require there to have been something more going on than I intended. Dun dun dun!
We're not getting to the jungle anytime soon, are we?
Not again.
So, the river and all exposed bodies of water around the town are now stagnant, and are unable to support animal life.
Okay, not the worst possible thing.
That's
a dick move. I'm not gonna lie, Sovik. This is a really dick move.
Not gonna lie, you had a very good chance of this not happening. You could have just had a tornado or a blizzard or a hurricane or cold snap.
As it's December, I'd expect a blizzard.
Also,
you just killed the entire town, right? You know that, right?
I mean, the slime will go away eventually. Speaking of the slime, people that were outside were infected by the slime.
Of course they were.
Yay!
I was inside yanking bows. Yay.
I'm on the mountain. You're like, what the fuck is going on over there?
I honestly understand you're trying to do something with the world and all, but this is starting to get really dickish. It's like really dickish.
So, a good number of the low-level peasants that didn't get inside in time, they kind of melted. And became slime creatures that got killed by the guard.
As long as we aren't involved in the fighting, I'm willing to let 5 minutes of world exposition go by.
We don't have a choice because it's Sovik's world, but at the same time, this is really starting to be stupid. Really, with the planes and the weather now, everything.
It's almost like you're facing an apocalyptic threat that's slowly going stronger, Neotag.
Yeah. It's almost as if shit's going down. And you're not used to that.
No, when you sold us on this campaign, it was go to a new world and explore.
Yeah. That doesn't mean I wasn't going to eventually start doing stuff like this.
Okay. All right, so shit happened. Nothing we can do. Let's go to the jungle.
Yep, it hasn't rained slime since shit happened. So yeah. As far as I know, that's everything that happened.
Alright, our 5 minutes of exposition. Let's go to the jungle.
No, we gotta go pick up Zahn first and check out how long his fort is. Does anyone need to get anything? Was anyone stupid enough?
Does anyone need anything else to happen?
Was anyone stupid enough not to do everything they needed during the time skip?
Nah, I got everything I needed.
Okay. Then you go to the mountains. There's a nice handy road there, so you get there about 3 days. And there's an actual bustling little town here now. Not that different from how the settlement was before the first wave showed up.
Have they built actual stairs now up to the mines and fortress?
Yes and no.
I remember there was a.
They literally tunneled into the mountain and are now tunneling up through the mountain to get at the mines.
What?
Yeah, they're kind of hollowing out the mountain slowly.
So the dwarves are going back to what they know, making a in the mountain town.
They're kind of slowly making a dwarf hold out of this mine as they're mining it out. It's just mine out this mountain.
Well, at least the ore shipment should be coming by more regularly for me. Well, do we go through the mines to get the Zahn, or do we go up the?
No, Zahn's actually situated a little bit out of town. He's actually in the cleft, not the cleft. What do you fucking words for geographical things? Not valley. Notch. He's in the notch between this mountain and the adjacent mountain, heading back toward where the Minotaur Mountain is. And there's a natural sort of pathway that goes back up into the mountain, and they basically found them a choke point where if they get word that something's heading toward, the town could evacuate to this choke point and go inside his fort.
Oh, okay.
And they would literally they're building them Helm's Deep.
Honestly, I thought they were building the mine city from the fucking last movie. God, I can't remember what it is. Whatever.
What, the City of the Dead?
No,
The Lonely
The
Mountain.
one where Smog was?
No, not The Lonely Mountain.
Oh, I didn't watch any of the fucking Hobbit movies.
Oh, okay. I thought
I watched the first one, but there was turbulence on the flight, and I only saw like every fifth second of it.
it's actually a decent movie. You should see it. All right, so let's go collect Zahn and I guess Cromwell. I think he's around here somewhere. Something about Minotaurs when he left the city.
Fox is off somewhere just punching ogres in the face.
Sword's just sitting back at the keep.
Every time Flux enters a room now, you just hear this.
He mentioned something about not needing it.
All right.
Do I notice them coming? Or do they sneak up on me?
You should notice us coming.
You notice them coming.
You got a pretty shitty force. You can't see people coming.
Yeah, there's not so much of an inside to your fort at the moment. I mean, there's like a basic beginnings of the main hall, which you've kind of been sleeping out of.
Yeah.
But they come striding in through like the main fucking door. Like they're still building like the big ass wall like outside. That's gonna wall off your fort to be the actual defensive part of your structure here.
Do we see Zahn yet?
Oh yeah, he's in there looking.
I'm gonna loudly
over
say,
plans and shit.
wow, it's really taking a long time to build this place, isn't it?
I want this place to be as defendable as possible.
They are kind of focusing the giant wall outside, which is currently like half completed.
It's been fucking 3 months, dude.
Incidentally, you notice the Minotaurs have been doing all the heavy lifting.
No shit.
They've been a great help.
Well, you ready to head into the jungle?
Oh, no, where's the other member of our group? Where's the Cromwell? Yes.
Cromwell said he was hanging out with you and the fucking Minotaurs, and then left town about a month ago.
Oh well. Anything interesting happened while I was away?
Oh, by the way, Sovic, we have that expedition party behind us, right?
No, you not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. You never said you were organizing yet. I said it would get organized in the session. You haven't gone to organize it yet.
I thought
said there was an NPC who would do it for you, but you didn't say you went to go talk to him.
Well, you said the NPC was after we got back from the jungle.
No,
that we would have a group go with.
Why would the guy who's going to help set up your way stations back home be met after you get back from the place you're going?
All right, can we time go back a little bit and say we did that? Because
he's in the town outside the fucking fort.
Bar will do that. We'll just put it that way.
You are at the place where he's at. You're still on schedule.
Oh, I thought he was in the main port. All right, whatever.
Why would he be in the main port if he's heading toward the jungle?
Because he's leading all the settlements, not just the ones to the south?
No.
Okay.
No, I haven't, hun.
Bar goes to get the.
You know what? I'm gonna tell Zahn I'm gonna do something stupid. And cover your ears. And as loud as I fucking can, I'm gonna yell out Cromwell's name. I'm gonna say, "Where the fuck are you?"
Have you tried the bar?
I'm not a goddamn genie. I don't appear on your command.
No, you don't.
A part of you wants you to actually be there to say that because you're just like in the shadows dramatically.
Just what the fuck you want.
No, Flux, literally, we have given you 3 chances now to go, hey, I'm here, and you have not spoken up once.
Because he's
so at this point,
am I the only one picturing like the Lion King where the clouds form the face of Cromwell? Cromwell's going, go to the bar.
The fuck you want?
It's not my place.
I had
to say where I am right now. It's so expected to put me in right now.
Yeah.
No, it's you. I thought it was.
No. And in my head, Cromwell's chilling at the bar after punching an ogre in the face.
See, here's the thing I don't get.
Probably where you guys should be going to talk to people about organizing this fucking expedition.
Fucking fine. Let's go. Zahn, you ready to go?
I tell the what are they called? Grand Masons or something?
Zahn, what's the thing? You've got a lot of background noise.
Yeah.
Like we can't even hear you. It's so bad.
Barely hear you, at least. And you asked about something like the Grand Mason.
Yeah. No, he wants to talk to the person doing his actual work.
Just telling them that I'm going to be gone for some time and try to keep everything up in order.
Now you sound
Yay,
fine.
we can hear
Perfect.
you. Right.
You sound
Okay.
beautifully.
So let's get this train back on track. So you guys are going to get your expedition organized. So you go to check out where people hang out, and you go to the fucking tavern.
Yep.
When you get there, Cromwell's there having a drink, and there's a bunch of people crowded around somebody going gaga over them.
Okay, I'm gonna go walk up to Cromwell and ask him how the new arm's doing.
It's doing good. Where's that giant minotaur? I think I can take you now.
All right, are you ready to go? We're getting ready to head out into the jungle.
Oh, yeah, we can go there.
Have you had a productive 2 months since I last saw you?
Yeah, there's fun things out there.
I
You
do
guys
have
gonna
to
like it?
ask, why are we going to the jungle?
Supposedly there's like temples of gold or
Indeed.
something.
I too am interested why you are going to the jungle, says a voice from behind you.
Oh?
Hello, good sir.
Yeah, it's the guy that everyone was standing around on the other side of the bar. I too wish to head to the jungle.
Don't trust him. Don't trust this fucker.
You don't trust anyone, especially someone that just
No,
introduces
I
themselves.
don't like his voice.
He hands you an actual like legit fucking business card. It says, "Allow me to introduce myself. I am Lord Karlstag, gentleman explorer and scholar. Perhaps you've heard of me."
Sorry.
Should I roll for that?
You have knowledge history, right?
All right, yeah, I'm gonna roll it.
Yeah. You've no, you don't even need to roll that. Pretty much every book you've ever read is written by this fucker.
Oh, wow, yeah. You're
Um,
quite famous in the old world.
I would expect that several thousand years of writing history books from first-hand experience will do that.
Yes, I think it would. Wait, several thousand?
Yeah, he takes out a flask at that, which has a picture of a skull with a ruby shaped like a drop of blood coming on its forehead, and takes a sip from it.
I'm gonna do an arcana check.
Okay.
You don't need an arcana check to know who this thing is.
It's a magic flask, yo.
Wow. Nice flask.
It's got some kind of preservative magic on it, like it's keeping something fresh. Thank you. I made it myself.
I can imagine. So, what was this about? You would like to join us?
Something
going
that
to the
should
jungle?
strike you as odd at this point if you're putting together what he is. It's the middle of the fucking day. Just say
I
it,
have
just
no
say that.
clue what he is. I was thinking
Okay.
lich, but that's not right.
He smiles and says, "Well, I once knew these lands long ago, and I wish to see what has changed. But I find that civilization has not moved as quickly as I thought it would. I wonder if perhaps you know more of the lands."
Looking at him, can I tell what species he is? Like elf, human?
You can make a perception check or something to see if you can like notice something about him distinctive.
If you're actually trying to get his species, you need to fucking roll a knowledge check of
Hey, what are you?
Oh, I am a vampire.
Okay, cool.
Never mind.
Like, I don't know why you guys were going through this entire.
Yeah, I know, really.
I
didn't wanna
understand the
add-
confusion. It is middle of day. He points at an amulet he's wearing around his chest. One of only 3 in world. We keep in Necropolis.
Oh, you're from Necropolis. Now it makes sense why
Yes,
you said
I
several thousand years.
hold an absentee seat on the Council of Elders, but the politics bore me.
Fair enough. All right. So yes, I'm going to explain to him without going. I'm going to explain everything that's happened and why we're heading to the jungle.
Do you also explain? Because at this point, Zon's told you the name's Argon, and you guys had the fucking idol. Did you mention that part too?
Not yet. No, I haven't. No, I don't mention the idol to anyone.
Okay, but did you mention about like the bishop and everything?
What idol?
No, I'm no. Okay.
The bishop dropped an idol on a loot idol.
Okay.
I have an idol of an evil god.
Yeah, he has an idol of a god whose lower body's tentacles and has a giant horn.
No, essentially, the only thing I'm telling him is the basics. I'm gonna explain to him that the archmage, in exchange for a favor, asked us to go to the jungle temple.
Okay. How is the old geezer?
Well,
He's interesting. He seems very happy and very energetic.
last I saw him, he had a nice tan from Florida.
Oh, he's always going there. I wish I could tan.
I raise an eyebrow.
Ymir just laughs at this point, like, "Oh my god." So you mentioned wanting to come with us.
Well, more specifically, I was wondering if you knew where you were going. Since you are friends of Jalim, I might be able to help out. I think I know where he's sending you. I didn't think it was still there. He reaches in his pocket and pulls out a very old-ass fucking dusty map. This map looks very similar to ones you're familiar with, except that what you can only assume is the new continent is attached to the old continent.
Like a map of Pangea of sorts.
Can I borrow that map? I would love to study it.
Oh, hang on. I have better copy. He pulls out one that's more recent and drawn by hand. I drew this based on best guess of how things broke apart. This one would be shows the ocean between the two land masses.
All right. At this point, since he's looking,
It's also worth noting on the first map, Shin was attached to Kadish.
Oh, okay. I would like to tell him about what we've learned about the Sogwin Tritons, Merfolk, and the Death area, if that's not on the map, so he can add it.
He says, "Oh yes, I'm aware. My maps are only for surface. I have other maps for that."
Fair enough.
How old is that map that shows that Shin is connected to Kadish?
Oh, this map. He hesitates a moment as if he doesn't quite want to answer that. It says, "Very old."
Okay.
Older than Age of Darkness. I will simply say this.
Okay.
I don't trust him enough to tell him everything we've known.
Anyway,
I'm with.
He points at the middle of what appears to be a civilization that would have once been at the southern end of the continent, and roughly what would be here on the map.
No shit.
Yeah, and says, "Great Empire was once down there. That would be its heart. I assume he is sending you there."
Yes, that's about where he pointed on the map.
Sounds about right.
Yes, there are creatures that live there. I imagine they could be quite helpful. He looks at you all curiously. He's like, "Tell me, has he found anything here?"
Who, Jalim?
Yes.
I mean, we closed a portal for. All right, I am willing to tell him this. I tell him about what happened with the wild elves and all that.
Interesting.
How we
think those
closed
portals were still open. They should have been closed.
Well, we closed it, and apparently none of the elves ever decided to dive in and grab the fucking gem. I don't know why.
No, they never decided anything. That's probably why they left that one open.
All right. Anything else I'm willing to tell this guy at this point? Because I am not willing to pull out the dark idol at this point.
Yes, Flux.
So, that slime, that was an unusual thing over here.
Very unusual. You know anything about the slime?
Nope.
It happened. People died. That's
Oh.
about it.
Actually, when did it happen, Silvic?
About a week ago.
Oh, okay, so it wasn't in
And it's also a 20-mile radius, so you would have seen it.
I'm just seeing. Wow, the shit.
In fact, that thing would have hit like parts of the forest, parts of the ocean. a good deal of the hills leading up to the mountains. Like you'd have seen this from the mountains.
You don't think just closing that portal caused this, do you?
Oh no, the portal had nothing to do with that.
No, I was talking to Cromwell, and then if he overheard and wanted to mention, yeah, fine.
I mean, he's a vampire. He's going to pretty much overhear everything you're saying.
Yeah. Well,
dumb listen bonuses, yeah.
Well, I'm going to take the copy of the map he's offering, and I'm going to write it down in my items that I have a map of a map.
He allows you. He says, if you want, I can try and get trip back easier. I tend to be going that way anyway. I could bring people with me, get outposts set up, as you say.
I would love to have a couple of outposts set up.
I'll see what I can do. Word of warning as well. If you think you find anything connected to that strange slime rain, for your own safety, please avoid it.
Oh God, I want to mention the idol now. I'm gonna take Cromwell and everyone, and I'm gonna ask them if we can go somewhere else for a little bit. I want to have a talk among the party.
I still have 5 beers coming.
Okay.
Well, then Cromwell, you don't get to say if we tell this guy about the fucking idol.
I just walk up to the bar and take 5 more beers and walk off. These are to go.
These are mine.
These are mine.
All right.
Don't argue with the man with the iron arm.
For like 5 seconds.
All right, I'm gonna actually suggest we walk to the edge of town and just hang out a little bit.
I stay at the bar.
And you don't get a say. All right, here's the thing.
To be fair, his character really doesn't have much say anyway from a story standpoint.
Yeah.
So I can see why he'd be hanging out at the bar.
Here's the thing.
Exactly.
I've already tried to research this idol twice.
Idol, you say?
Oh, is he fucking following us?
Yes, he kind of is.
Do we fucking notice him?
Yeah, no, he's kind of being obvious about it.
Fucking hell.
Oh, hey, vampire.
Well, we don't get a choice in it now. He fucking knows.
He kind of holds up his hand and says, "Ring of detect surface thoughts."
Alright, we'll fucking save. I'm gonna fail it because he's fucking thousands of years old, but I've got to do it anyways.
Hold on, is that subject to spell resistance?
I don't remember now. I know it exists.
Yeah, it exists, and it's a will save of something. It's actually got a flat will save. It's not
actually. There is no spell resistance.
You also, I think, have to know it's happening to initiate the will save.
No. Anytime detect thoughts is done, you get a will save. That's the rules of detect thoughts.
Okay.
Does that only apply if you have that ability?
So then you get your will save.
What is the actual will save? I'm looking it up. Fuck it, I'll just roll it. You're gonna make one up anyways.
Hey, Mr. Vampire, how you doing? Let me show you these pictures and this one.
21.
Oh, you pass.
Oh, none of the rest of you haven't fucking had the idol in your possession or looked over it. You just know what it is because you saw it drop.
Cromwell's just gonna go through his list of hybrid animals. Yeah. If we mix a zebra and a tiger.
To be fair, I asked Sylvic if he could repeat what he asked. He was just very quiet. No one could repeat it.
Okay.
Oh, he was like, "Oh, idle, you say," because he's just been following you.
All right. What does he say when I block him?
He says, "Oh, very good. You have some level of control."
All right. I'm gonna dead look him in the eye. I don't think I could trust you yet, but at the same time, we're running out of options and shit's going down in this world.
He just smiles. I also happen to know that you killed a bishop and several members of the Inquisition. It's not very well hidden.
Oh, yeah. Oh, what the something the entire town knows.
Yeah.
You know, not surprised.
When they
did that in broad daylight.
Yeah, we really did.
I'll proudly tell him, yeah, I murdered that asshole bishop.
I thought I killed the bishop.
No, I killed him with my spell, dude. Actually, I did almost all the damage to him.
To the cleric, yeah. He was pretty much. He almost exclusively killed that bitch up himself.
Yeah, he did.
I will proudly tell him, yes, I killed that motherfucker. He's an evil asshole. And quite frankly, I wouldn't even care if he was evil. He was just an asshole.
And it was after you killed him that the slimes came, yes?
Yeah, a couple of weeks.
Yes,
3 months
and I'm
afterwards.
all right. I if no one has any real objections, I'm gonna pull out the idol.
I can't
But
see
I'm
how
not
it would make
gonna.
things worse.
I'm not gonna let him have it. I'm just gonna show him.
He almost immediately tries to make you put it back. Don't pull it out, you fool.
Fine. It's wrapped up in a cloth, so when I pull it out, I basically unwrap it, flash it, and then wrap it back up.
Yeah, he tries to help you wrap it back up like as fast as you can. He's like, don't show it.
All right. What do you know about this? I have tried to research it in secret, and I can't find jack shit about it.
He takes you to like the quietest corner of the bar you can possibly find.
We're out of town.
The corner that I'm already at.
Okay. Okay. You left town.
Yeah, we're at the edge of town. We're basically outside right now.
I misheard the part. I didn't hear the part where you said you left town.
He's been following us.
Yeah, he looks around to make sure that no one else is anywhere near you guys and says, "That is idol of Zargon, great evil."
I'm sorry. Did you say Zargon?
Yes, Zargon.
That guy commands the Power Rangers.
I'm gonna do a historical check because that name rings a slight bell.
Ooh, please do. I want to look up how high that check is.
It's 49,553.5 to pass.
Hang on, I gotta
forbidden knowledge.
I gotta find where the actual DC is.
Well, safe to say, I don't know anything about it.
I don't have religion yet. I don't get religion.
You know what? Neotag, you just made that roll. It's a
Holy
DC 25. It's a DC 25 check to get the base knowledge on what's going on. Yeah. So that check tells you that you once read that many eons ago, a mighty kingdom named, I can't even pronounce that, so I'm just gonna make up a name, named Tarathi stood in the heart of a massive and trackless wasteland. It reclaimed the land for the desert, transforming it into a fertile farmland. The people prospered, and the nation achieved great advances in magic, science, and technology. As with all cultures, it didn't last. The kingdom's success bred complacency and decadence, and the population plunged itself into excess. This laxity enabled a bloodthirsty cult to come to power to perform unspeakable sacrifices to their dark guard Zargon. For years, the kingdom declined, languishing under the yoke of oppression, until a great barbarian horde smashed the nation, slaughtered the people, and scattered them across the lands. And as far as you know, that is the last known record of the name Zargon.
Wow. So, well.
Yeah, this dates back to like the fucking time of the Magitech shit.
I really. Speaking of which, does that trigger anything with that knowledge I got?
How so?
Oh, just never mind.
I mean, that's technically knowledge you already had in your head.
No, I'm not understand. Let me find. I'm just searching for triggers on how you're gonna deal with the.
Oh, don't worry. You'll know it because I'll just outright say, and your understanding grows.
Oh, okay. No, because normally it's
I'm not gonna be subtle about it. I'm just be like, dude, you know more shit now.
Oh, because normally it's like you do a historical check, and if you pass it, you get new knowledge based on what you did. Okay.
Well, that's if you're researching. You weren't researching. You were trying to pull out information out of your ass that was somewhere buried deep in your fucking brain.
Oh, okay. Well, we got this off of him as he tried to run, the fucking coward. And
this should not be. The worship of Zargon was outlawed.
All right, I'm going to make sure to look around again. I'm going to unwrap the portal gem. I'm going to tell him where we got it. I'm going to tell him that I'm going to make sure, again, no one's around. And I'm going to say as quietly as possible, the Church of Light uses these as communication devices.
I use those. I have like 50 of them.
Seems like everybody in the world has these things but us.
You know,
I am not going to lie to you, little young one. since the end of the Age of Darkness, pretty much all major world leaders have those.
I thought, how the fuck does everyone have demon gems?
Because they gave it to us.
I'm sorry, what?
Okay, hang on. I need to start at the beginning. So, all stories you have probably heard, including the ones I have wrote myself, all lies.
Yes, I'm going to point to Zahn's cloak and his sword. They told us the truth about the world.
Well, it's been a long time since I've seen those two. They say hello to him.
Would you like to say hello to
I thought you two were lost 5,000 years ago.
Well, they have been unlost and been very fun, I think is the word I'm looking for. Companions for my knights.
Oh, good. I hope they didn't have too much trouble. I know they always hated elves.
So,
been away from them.
Anyway, starting from beginning.
Starts whistling.
So long ago, the great Zargon was a beast that fell to our plane from roughly there. She pointed at the sky. Oh, right. You wouldn't know. Roughly there-ish is where you will find the Nine Hells. This would have been about the time Asmodeus took control. He fell to our plane and created great big hole. Great big hole. He does like a big hole shape with his arms.
1 second. Would that be the same general area in the sky that I saw the energy the undead were coming from?
No.
Oh.
Kind of the opposite.
Ooh.
Almost as if there's two great threats coming. Anyway, so it fell. Zargon very weak. He was banished by Asmodeus. Zargon used to rule the Hells before Asmodeus came. Asmodeus created Hells as you know it. Zargon slumbered. Civilization grew. Man evolved. Man woke Zargon. Zargon ate man. Zargon discovered worship of man make for easier food when man simply sacrifices neighbors to him. So, this happens. After a while, kingdom falls. Zargon slumbers again. Age of Darkness happens. Very long break between this and then. Zargon wake up again. This time about where Church of Light is now. This be where Zargon fell. Zargon take over the kingdom that was there. They start worshipping Zargon. Neighbors start worshipping Zargon. Soon, everybody worshipping Zargon in secret. Well, Asmodeus find out he don't like people worshipping Zargon. Zargon old enemy. He comes to our plane. Makes deal with gods. Gods fear Zargon. Zargon knows how to kill them. So, the churches, the demon, the devils, they fight each other. Well, not each other. They fight Zargon with each other. I misspoke. Sorry. I speak ancient language normally. Very different from your name. I know fuck this man 1,000 years to learn grammar.
I had 1,000 years. Fuck it.
Look, in Elder Council, we mostly speak Old Tongue. We don't speak New Tongue very often, except when we come down here.
You write in our language.
Technically, you write a bastard version of my language.
What is Old Tongue?
Well, Old Tongue is what they used to call common.
Okay.
But everyone used to have dialects in own languages. Old Tongue was just the common tongue of our ancestors.
Fair enough.
In fact, I suspect most of the beast people here were just mutated by the infernal energies left behind after the war. They were probably all human once. No more. Anyway, Zargon gets sealed. Church of Light get built. Their job, keep Zargon sealed. Never speak of Zargon. To think of Zargon and to speak of Zargon is to give Zargon power.
I already know where this is going. I'm going to interrupt and say, fuck.
Yep, it appears some people of Church find out about Zargon after forgetting about him, which was a mistake.
If that's the case...
I like his accent keeps changing too, because I can't hold the fucking accent. I think if it's okay there, I'm going to give up on him having his original,
yes, please.
accent. Yeah.
Just to speed it along, because we're still not in jungle.
He explains literally fucking separate vampire. Yeah, he explains that the church was meant to basically be the sentinels that oversaw the place where Zargon fell, because that's the only place Zargon could be sealed.
You mean the secret sentinels fell to the thing they were trying to guard? I've never heard of that happening.
Yeah, it's almost like it's a trope of some kind. It's almost like the Diablo fan in me is showing.
Well,
so obviously, as Zargon has done time and time again, as he's explained, people who are around Zargon eventually start worshiping Zargon, and then start bringing sacrifices to Zargon, and it spreads from there. And basically, the idea behind the church was meant to be incorruptible this time, something that would be so dramatically opposed to the idea of Zargon that it wouldn't be corrupted. And this is the terms upon which the devils have chosen to leave our world alone, unless actively called by mortals, to let us handle Zargon. Otherwise, they're going to show up and just try and do a scorched earth policy.
by the way, Tim is with us. Does the vampire react to Tim the demon?
I mean, other than the fact that he acknowledges that there's a devil sitting with you.
Is
Why
the devil?
did we take Tim? Why on earth did you take Tim?
Apparently, they took Tim.
why?
Tim be with us.
I thought we took Tim
To be
with
fair,
us.
why would you leave Tim alone?
Yes. Why are we
Okay, that is
leaving?
That's the better question. Why would you leave Tim alone?
No, I'm not leaving Tim in town. So if we're gonna leave him when we go to the jungle, we'll leave him at Zon's fort.
I know he
What
doesn't
is where?
make any special notice of Tim, other than that he's very surprised Tim hasn't told you this by now.
He could have been working at your shops, Tag, but whatever.
No, he can't. I've already got a smith and a shopkeeper there. How the
Yeah,
fuck?
but he has natural smithing. He could just do. He can make chains for days.
I don't need chains.
Everyone needs chains for something. Securing
Alright, look.
cargo, having kinky nights.
If
Making
we can
deep-
move this
Making
along.
golems.
Sadly, I don't think
So-
the Kinky Knight variety is
so-
the biggest of
yeah.
our
So-
demographic.
So in
Shop
other
here.
words, what you're telling me is I need to keep this hidden. This idol.
Yes, in fact, you're probably better off destroying the darn thing.
In
You
the
know what?
specific way you suggest destroying it outside of smashing it or burning it?
You know, I'll be happy to put
Smashing
a
and
lightning bolt.
burning works well.
Oh, I'll be happy to fucking put a lightning bolt into it if that'll help.
I mean, it's anything really. Just to face it, it's just anything, as long as it doesn't look like him anymore.
Right?
Even his images have the power to bring people to his worship.
Give it a
Alright,
mustache.
fine. I'm not even gonna unwrap it. I'm gonna sit it on the. I'm gonna walk about 100 feet more away from the town. I'm gonna fucking sit it on the ground, and then I'm just gonna fucking put a lightning bolt into it.
Okay, you do so, and it gets shattered by the lightning bolt.
All right. Well, that's taken care of. So, you were mentioning something about getting a group going down to the jungle because we're kind of in a hurry to go there now.
Yes, in fact, you probably should rush. The thing that lives there could probably help you.
Yes. Wait, what?
So, how long do you need to get this expedition together?
Oh, not long. I was already planning one anyway. I'll just divert there. But I probably won't be there when you get back. I have business to the west.
Yes, we have history with the older, wiser people deciding that, hey, you're helping us and then moving on. It's not a problem.
I mean, I just want to go visit the town we have over here.
Yes.
Wait, there's another town?
Oh, yes, the Acropolis has had a colony over here for, I think, 1,000 years?
Would
Oh,
you?
500 years. Yes,
Could you
500
show
years.
us where that is?
Yes. Would you be willing
Um,
to show us on the map? you gave
On the
us
map,
where
it's
that
basically
is?
up here. They
Alright.
they basically colonized Alaska.
You know what? It keeps flesh fresh.
That makes sense according to that
Also,
map.
I would be careful over here. I'm pretty sure Shin has colonies there.
Where?
On
Down
the
there.
edge of the jungle, so we've got to go there according to Cromwell
Yeah.
and probably kill everything.
I don't care about Shin.
I thought Shin.
No, he's got no beef with Shin. He was in the jungles. Dealing with lizardmen and dinosaurs.
Hold up a second. Nobody told me there will be a lizardman and dinosaurs. I'm out!
So, just for the record, what can we expect to face in the jungles? At least back in your time, what was
I
that?
don't know, back in my time, I mean, that's going way back. There'd be people living there, and cities, and armies, and bandits, and things you'll find in normal places.
So you haven't been back since?
Personally, no.
All right, well then. Well,
I do believe, and I can see from top of mountain that before you get to jungle, you have to get through the marshes.
Marshes.
Well, yeah, so pretty much most of the area, once you start getting close to the jungle, it gives way from forest to looks like a large bayou swamp.
I hate swamps.
I know, they get everywhere.
All right, well, I appreciate the help.
There's nothing worse than a leech trying to take blood from something that takes blood.
I appreciate the information. Do you need till morning?
Catapede, I like that, Flux.
So, do you want us to wait till morning to get the expedition ready? Or
Oh no, you
what?
can leave whenever you want.
Okay. Well, thank you.
Okay.
And oh, by the way, I'm gonna make sure any pieces that were left over, I buried them.
Okay.
All right.
He also hands you a small metal disc before he leaves and says, if you ever find yourself in Necropolis, show this. We'll show you our friend.
Okay, I'm gonna put that down on my Necropolis metal disc.
Hey, I have a question. Does my blood taste different? Can you like tell someone liking through their blood?
Yeah. Tastes like wet dog. Well, it depends on what you are. Usually it tastes like wet dog.
It tastes like wet, whatever it is.
No, not always.
Cool.
Well,
Alright.
many flavors. Never a dull meal. He takes off his flask and walks off.
Sovik, just for the record, I labeled it Necropolis ID disc.
Is he gone now, Sovik?
Yeah, he's gone now.
Okay.
All right, well,
Yeah, but you still not at the bar where you and I are, Flex.
No, I went out there with him.
Flux came with us. He
Yeah.
grabbed his
Yeah.
beers and
I grabbed 5 beers.
Yeah, he grabbed his 5 beers to go.
I've been
Oh,
chugging.
okay.
I've been chugging them and thinking of
Well,
random to keep someone out of my head.
Yeah. Like the catapede.
yeah, I guess we need to go pick up the were-rat thief.
Cromwell
Let's
knows
go
the property.
get him and then head out.
Cromwell knows
I'll
the
go
property.
get
White
Mathis.
noise.
All right, what time of day is it?
He's just counting cards in his head. It'd be about noon.
All right, well, we could travel for a bit and then fucking camp.
So book. Sargon?
Book very angry at that name.
What is Sargon?
Book actually. Hang on, make a will save.
Oh, Book's getting pissed. It was bound to happen. The friendship is breaking up. It's gonna be Book versus Flux.
Okay. The book flashes an image of Zargon in your mind, and you're now going to be panicked for the next 3 hours.
Well,
Panic?
Yeah. No. It just showed Flux like it literally just showed Flux an image of Zargon tearing a god apart.
Well,
And dick move book.
The book's just like, you asked what is Zargon. That is Zargon.
You could have just said. Looks like you're not getting courtesy souls anymore.
all right.
Also, because it is a dick, it kind of showed that to everybody else. So start rolling your will saves that were there near the book.
All right. Fine.
where is this?
Everyone that's standing outside town.
Okay. I continue to drink my mead.
I think I passed my will
Yeah,
save.
Neotech passed.
So book, what's that guy? You know
All
anything about him?
right.
Do I pass my will save?
No, Bar did not, and neither did Zahn. It was a DC 20.
I don't know what you guys are complaining about. That wasn't scary at all.
I sucker punch Neotech's character.
Neotech's brain, like a Neotech's brain, his brain for its own protection, just made it into like an ink portrait photo. Everyone else got like this vivid image of this thing like tearing into a god with slime and tentacles and just gnawing its face off.
The tentacles probably really got Bara.
Sovik, why you always gotta put down my character when I'm trying to do like a badass moment?
Because I don't believe that he just saw Zargon and didn't shit himself.
Then why did you even have me do a will save? Why can't I play with my character a bit?
Fine, you weren't scared of it and it looked fine.
Thank you.
I'm trying to add some, depth to the fucking villain here, and you're just like, nah, it's no big deal.
Yes, because I never get to. All right.
So, Buck, douchebag vampire guy. What do you know about him?
He's a douchebag vampire.
Okay. At least we're all in agreement.
While Bar is off getting them, I assume Bar is going to meet us at the exit of town so we can head out. Is there some path we can take over the mountain, or do we go around?
Right now, there's not much of a path. Like, you can get halfway past the mountains just by going to where Zod's Fort is. This is a road leading to it, but you'll have to do the rest of the way on foot.
Fair enough. So I recommend we all head back to Zon's Fort then, and then climb over the rest of the mountain.
Gotta put a picture of Zargon in the RPG chat for you guys. I'll let you know what he looks like.
So Vex said.
Oh, I don't even have that open, damn it.
Guy
Wow, yeah, that's nice.
Guy doesn't even have thumbs. How does he operate things?
He has people do that for him.
For a split second, that pillar looked like his stone penis.
He's very, very strong.
Zargon's gonna fuck you to death.
Why has he got a unicorn horn? Come on.
So he can fuck you to death with it and make all of the defiled unicorn horns he wants.
There's so many better horns you could have for a demon lord instead of a unicorn.
All right, so I guess we're all back together and heading to Zon's Fort.
Yeah.
All right, this thing's snapping to the fucking grid. Shouldn't even exist on this map. Oh yeah, so you go to the fort. You're gonna head out from the fort.
Yep.
So let me think. You're gonna get.
Red Fox, what the fuck are you measuring?
We can't possibly be off that course, can we?
Yeah, you're gonna get to probably about here in about 3 weeks of travel through the dense forest.
Do you want us to make
yeah, but make your various saves. I don't even really care who's on what watch. Just
standard spot and search.
Everyone just make one for each day. Actually, no, one for each week. Let's make this simple. So just everyone do 3.
Just one check, and you'll use that for spot, listen, and search.
Yeah, just do one. Just do one. Pick whichever one's your highest.
Really spot or listen, considering search you need to be right up next to the thing. So
so it's gonna be spot or listen.
If you're searching the creature, it's already on.
For how many days?
Yeah, Flex is correct. If you're searching, just do 3. Each one's gonna be for a different week.
I didn't hear shit.
It's not good.
All right.
I heard a lot. I heard a shit ton.
I've heard stuff.
Flux is very, very in tune with the gossip of the local wildlife.
I'm in tune with my natural raptor.
Jeez, even if I roll a 2, I still get a 15.
Okay.
Okay, so
I can hear everything.
None of you are surprised when something happens.
Oh God, what now?
Yeah.
Sovix, just for the record, Sovix already said he's just gonna pull something right out of the DMJ, so this should be fun.
I got right now it's a coin flip I'm gonna pull up, so I'm gonna check real quick what
be something we can.
I mean
the
monster manual, not the DMG. What the fuck am I talking about?
I don't know. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about half the time because you don't even know what the fuck you're talking about half the time.
You know what? Sometimes I don't. I fucking don't.
Let it be something we can kill within like 2 or 3 minutes.
What's the fucking? Come on, tell me what his.
Session.
There we go. Challenge rating. You know what? After the fight you had last week, you should be able to take that on.
Well, this will be for the remainder of the session.
Also, I'm pulling my. I'm gonna change out my character portrait wherever, so you don't need to snap mine. I'm gonna pull mine from the list. I'm gonna start doing that to lessen the load on you.
Okay.
And that way, I can change the values as well on the initiative.
So, once again, I'm gonna do my typical fashion. I'm gonna recycle a map.
So like assume I've boosted my teeth.
Oh my fucking god, not the table map.
You keep setting up these tables.
Just put, you know what? Just change the map and put like a green dot over all of it.
Why do we keep coming across these abandoned picnic areas?
So what do I have to grab to put my character on the map?
You go into character. It's the next tab over from chat. And
Okay.
then you click it, hold it down, and then you drag it to your image. You should have an image there where you're under characters.
Okay, there we go.
And if you put, could you delete the other one? The other one's the one near red. That's the one I didn't drag. I fucking do
A
it. I can do it.
dragon?
And what you should be able to do is when he puts our characters on the turn order, we should be able to modify it ourselves now.
You have some unfinished business with Papa Dragon. He's been looking for you.
He was standing
Well,
on the
I'm not
mountain.
going first.
He was standing on the mountain, literally waiting for us to like.
He's been
leave
waiting for like
town.
the last 5 months for you fuckers to come back.
I rolled
Damn
a
it.
fucking 2.
And we can't throw lunch meat at him.
All right, well, Zon, I'm gonna recommend you come back where the rest of the party is, so you don't get killed right away. Keep in mind the tables and the fire don't exist, so we just ignore those.
Hey, maybe you had a nice camp going. I don't know.
Maybe we set up a picnic to parlay with the dragon.
I mean, that is an option. You could try. You could try to talk to the dragon. It is intelligent.
Yeah, but it's a red
But
dragon, so...
And it's pissed off we killed its baby. Its child, so I doubt that's gonna help.
What is this thing's initiative? I'm pulling out the book, so I don't actually have like a sheet set up for it yet.
Oh, nice initiative.
Okay.
I got shitty initiative. You know, you click onto your character portrait that's on the field. Little initiative button pops up, and you can do that.
I know, but
What's the initiative button?
It shows up when you actually click on your character.
Yeah, you have to actually enter your information into the sheet that's on the thing, though.
Yep.
Like you have to you put your stats in, you put your initiative, you have to do all that. Hey, Red.
What?
You have an initiative of 9, okay?
Yeah, I know.
It changed your initiative when you did the thing.
Yeah, I know it did.
I'll fix it. Don't worry.
Yay, I got a 23 as my initiative.
So that's 1, 2, 3. That's what is that? Huge sized?
Yep.
Which means he's got a reach.
The
of
one
that
you
much.
fought before was large.
No, you said he was medium.
Well, I was wrong. According to this table, he was large.
Well, then I could have made more shit with that hide. Oh well.
That means he's got a 15-foot reach, by the way.
Why can't I change my fucking initiative?
I'm a bull rush this dragon.
You click on your character,
I know that one. I'm
and
talking
you
about.
push the initiative button. Because it's not on your fucking character, he just typed you in.
Yes, but if you type, never mind.
If he types it in, it doesn't do anything. If you click on your character and hit the initiative button, it pops on there for you with your character portrait, and then it does your thing.
Whatever.
All right, so Ymir gets to go first.
Well, I'm gonna measure this first.
Does anyone else need to get dropped down here? I think Cromwell needs to be dropped.
The Cromwell needs to be dropped.
I mean,
Well.
technically, I think the dragon fight is all you guys. I have
nothing to do with the dragon fight.
That's not my character, so we changed it. Remember?
Yes, and I also somehow got out of roll 20. Hang on.
While you were out, we killed the dragon.
I can never remember this. Do I use a range attack roll when I use a thrown weapon or a?
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's a range attack.
Okay.
All right, everything after Bar's initiative is blank to me. 23. 23. Where is his? It's on this page. No.
Yes. See, Ymir's now regretting trying to throw a spear at him instead of just using a spell.
It's almost like he's a giant ass fucking dragon with a high armor class.
Oh, God.
All right. So is that your turn then? Throwing the spear.
I'll move. Fucking, let's get rid of the ruler. I'll move back a bit, just a step.
Okay. Bara.
Wait,
All right.
wait, no. I'm gonna do an Arcana check to find
Okay.
out his weaknesses and shit.
Not 20, not
Okay.
20, not 20, not 20.
35. Kana's dragons, right? I
He's
think it is.
immune to fire. He's vulnerable to cold, and he has damage reduction 5 against magic.
Okay.
All right.
You mean
And I'm gonna relay that.
You mean
Yeah,
DR5?
D5 magic overcomes. Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
All right,
okay.
I'm gonna relay this to the party, and then that's my turn.
Bara.
I move down to here, and I attack that dragon.
The dragon. Roll real good. Roll real good. Which bow are you using?
It's
Fair
my
enough.
the bow that gives me the best attack bonus, the non-fire bow.
See, you're not stupid. And
Really?
you crit fail.
And he shoots the ground.
Yay!
Like,
Thomas.
Like right in front of him too,
Oh.
so he could later reach down and grab the arrow.
Let's grab that arrow back and pretend that didn't happen.
I have no idea what to do.
Do you
I guess-
attack? Do you run? Do you speak?
You realize your weapon is considered magic, so
Yeah, your
do-
weapon is considered magic, so you
I
will
know,
be able to
I'm
do
just-
damage.
You know what? All right. I
don't want to run into his face yet. Yes, we know. So
So I
Like-
guess
like-
I can only move 30 feet then, right?
When
If
was
I
that
don't
the
want to
battle
charge.
Do you have your horse?
No.
no,
Why would you take this horse to the jungle?
you can't charge him. He's too far away.
No, I can.
You
He's-
can't.
Oh, he'll get an attack of opportunity.
Yeah, the sucker's got like a 15-foot reach, I think.
Okay.
I thought
If
you don't
not
get
more.
attack opportunities on an opening charge.
Technically, yes, he's flat-footed right now. He can't op attack yet.
Oh, yeah, that's
I-
right.
No, he came in. I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
It's
So I moved
considered the
there, and I'm
opening
going to-
round.
I go there. I use Holy Fury. So now, do I need to explain Holy Fury?
Do explain Holy Fury.
Anger ranges my mind. Divine power surges through me. So now I can use my Holy Fury points, which are my Hell Reroll level plus my Charisma modifier.
Okay.
And I also use a free action to raise my shield against him, giving me one more AC against it.
All right. So Cromwell.
Dragon!
Rivendell.
He's like, I missed the last one. New opportunity.
Just turns into Creek for a second. I want your meat chunks.
I'm scared.
And also, you're a dragon. I know your fucking shitty attempts. I'm gonna get right back here. Because I just charge him. Dragon!
Dragon.
And time for a I'm gonna I'm gonna rage.
Okay.
And time for a bounce. Okay, so
Okay, his reach is actually 10 foot, but 15 if he bites. For the record.
27 hit him.
Actually, I don't think it does.
What?
No, it doesn't.
Does a 33 hit him?
Yes, it does.
All right, you might want to go ahead and give us those stats increases because no one but Cromwell is going to be able to hit him at this point.
No, let's see.
I mean, I can.
To
with
be
my
fair, I
magic.
didn't know what his AC was before when I threw him in, so this is kind of news to me as well.
So you're telling me I need to hit an 18 to actually have a chance at hitting?
36 damage to him.
Okay.
I took out fire damage because he's immune to it. And then I'm gonna bite the shit out of this dragon. Nope. Okay. Free action. I'm gonna put Rust right in his area. He needs to make a fort save. I'm gonna breathe Rust right on this fucker.
All right, his fort save. $25.
He does not succeed. It's a 28.
Ooh. What happens to him now?
That dragon's taking 1d4 con damage.
All right.
And then how does secondary damage work? When does it come into play?
Ooh, 4 con damage right off the bat.
Okay. 1 minute after exposure, so it'd be a while. So after 20 rounds passes. What are you doing? You trying to run from me, fucker? Okay, that's my go. Actually, hold on.
Something down to that.
I get back my breath next turn. I'm gonna keep hitting you.
I thought you had to wait a round if you roll a 1. You have to wait a round. That's how that works, I thought.
Actually, sorry, it's 1d4 plus 1, so.
Yeah. I'm just writing down his attacks on a piece of paper since they're on like 5 pages before this actual entry.
Okay, so it's gonna be 3 rounds, and then I'm gonna get to go again with the breath. Because it's once every 3 rounds.
Ymir forgot to yell, "Spread out!" Hopefully everyone's not idiots, because it seems like we're all spreading out like we should.
Yeah. I don't want to be near that thing. I learned the first dragon.
Actually, hold on. Because those are charges. Charges are actually give you a bonus +2 to attack, don't they?
Yes, they do. So actually, that first one would hit.
Okay, so.
And so with the second one then, because it was a 20. I mean the third one.
Oh yeah. So both the other 2 hits hit then, because he has a 29 AC exact.
Okay, that's 40 damage to him. And then Cromwell's bite. I think it's just gonna be 1d8. Yeah.
And then the spite damage.
17. Rip and tear.
Right. I actually took a decent chunk of his health down.
Is a rush attack able to be done with a with full attack?
It is if you have the pounce ability.
Yep.
Mastermind Raptor.
And now the dragon. Alright, dragon is quite angry, I imagine. So, how many attacks does he get?
Does anyone remember when Sylvik said he wouldn't just go out of his way to kill our characters?
I mean, I'm not going out of the way to kill you guys.
He's
Theoretically
literally
speaking,
just
this should be a fair fight.
yeah, he's literally just grabbing this out of the monster manual. If you want,
I looked at his challenge rating and said, you know what, you fought something technically tougher last week, so you should be able to kill this. All right, now since I'm going to be fair, he's only going to make one attack against Flux.
54. That hits.
Okay. And he's going to go with his bite.
$54. No wonder it. No shit, it hits. Even with your pun-to-pun stat, that's pretty much going to hit anything.
No, there's a chance of it missing me.
Yes, we know there's always a chance to miss you. He could still hit. He's just then got to do a chance to miss you.
Okay, yeah. I was misreading his entry wrong for a second. I thought I got plus 31 to his attack damage. Like, that doesn't make fucking sense. Oh shit. Okay, I'm gonna have to like reveal my hand slightly here. Does anyone remember what the modifier is for 33 in a stat?
It's an 18? No, not 18. 33. I was just looking. It's a 24. I think I can actually.
It's an 11.
11 plus 11.
Wait, I thought it was higher than that.
So 22 damage to Flux.
You've only got 33 strength? How puny. Okay.
I thought it was higher than that. Damn.
Nope, I
All
just calculated it.
You get to go now, Red.
All right, give me just a second.
Do you want to backstab a dragon?
Does the rare rat see the dragon and just
The rare rat?
The rare rat see the dragon and run away?
The rare were rat travels in packs. You should beware.
Does the rat bravely run away? Oh,
Or does he
wow.
bravely default on his loans?
All right, I'm going to move there.
Nice.
Dun.
And let's see. I'm going to activate my blade. And I'm going to charge. So that gives me a +2. And let's see. The rogue blade is +11, so that's +13. Roll good. Damn it. That's not a good roll. That
Yeah,
misses.
that is a miss.
Well, it's my turn.
All right, Tiamir.
I'm going to spread out a little more, go to there, and then it's time to see if I can hit him with a ranged touch attack.
Like 17 on his touch. He's got the touch. He's got the power.
Killing a dragon is really fat loots.
Also a pain in the ass.
All right, his touch is only an 8.
That's how this dragon got a 41 to attack.
Wow. So yeah, I hit. I didn't expect that.
The touch AC for dragons is actually really shit because of their size. It actually gets lower the higher up the dragon gets.
Yep.
I was using Orb of Cold, by the way. That's just for the record.
Okay. So he's going to be
Let's see.
vulnerable to that.
1d6 per level. So I'm level 8, so 8d6. All right, now that's increased by 50%. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and enlarge that, so that's just doubled. So he takes 78 damage. And what was the save he needs to make? He needs to make a fort save or be blinded.
Neotag, you have to say if you're going to boost a spell before you cast it.
Yup.
You can't just be like, oh, that cast went through. Well, now this cast is
Oh,
happening.
fine. All right. I didn't enchant it. It just went 50. Next time I'll do it then.
50 damage. He's gonna make the fort save.
With this now shittier con.
Which I have to factor out real quick, so that should be -2
Minus
to
two.
that.
Yep. Plus -2 hit points per HD.
He passed it. He's not blinded.
Oh yeah, it is -2 per hit dice. So hang on.
Yep.
So you just took another that of damage. So I'm gonna take the 50 off first.
What's going on?
Something about.
I forgot to take off the hit dice.
Even though I
damage from his
said
con.
it twice before.
I actually didn't hear you till just now.
Dice damage from what?
From having
From-
his constitution lowered.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 2
I
hit
think
points
his
per.
his max hit points dropped because of that.
Yeah,
Oh,
because
yeah.
the -4 con. 2 hit points per HD. It's lost
All right,
due to
Bara.
that temporary problem. So that rust breath thing was really awesome.
Yeah, it
Does
actually
28
just by
hit the
itself did
AC?
44 damage. No,
Oh.
you had to hit a 29. You're off by 1.
You fool!
Wait, does. Oh, right. Flanking doesn't work for ranged attacks.
No, Thomas.
Okay.
Oh god, I don't know if I'm gonna hit this thing.
I'm gonna park myself right here.
I don't know if he's gonna live long enough for you to worry about it.
Yeah, he's about to die, dude. Between everyone.
Not gonna lie, Cromwell goes next. Unless Cromwell botches his fucking rolls, he's probably gonna rip this thing apart, judging by the damage he did last time his turn
Turn
came up.
his heart.
So I have to take opportunity attack, or are you not?
I'm not doing it with the dragon.
Okay.
He's too focused on trying to kill Cromwell right now.
Okay.
It's not
So I
fighting
rolled a hit with my.
You get a
going
+2
to
because of
use-
flanking.
No,
Yep.
I'm a knight. Knight
Oh, that's
don't
right. You can't use flanking.
It would be dishonorable to attack when the dragon's
You're not a
That's
knight
right.
anymore. You're a Hell Reaver.
But I'm both. I still have to follow my.
Yeah, he'll
Knight
still
code.
lose all of his knight abilities if he betrays his code.
Fine.
Actually, he doesn't lose all of them. He just loses the use of challenge.
Yeah, but still, it's still my thing. But everyone
Yeah.
else still benefits from it, so that's why it's still best for me to flank.
I won't hit this dragon when it's round. I will.
So
I'll
I'm gonna,
gladly take his attention in honorable combat, so my comrades can backstab him though.
So I'm gonna, as my swift action, I'm gonna spend a fury point to use Furious Strikes, which gives me a +2 to hit, and if I hit, it deals an extra 1d6 points of damage. If my
do it.
foe is evil,
Which he is.
yeah. So
It's a red dragon. Yes, he's fucking evil.
Do it.
oh well, that sucked horribly.
You blew it.
Wait, you only have a +4 to hit normally? What's your base attack bonus?
You got more than that.
Yeah, you got much more
base-
than that.
Base attack bonus. It's
Yes.
8 and 3.
So
Oh,
that's a
wait.
+12. Roll again.
No,
dumbass.
no. It's an 8. It's a +8 and then a +3.
Yes,
Yes,
and he
yep.
got
So it's really
+4
one
from
less.
his
No,
ability.
it doesn't add together. That's 2 attacks.
No. Zon, what's your strength?
My strength is 18.
Okay, so Neotag's right. That's a 12 because he's adding +4 to his attack because of his strength modifier.
Yes.
8
Yeah.
plus 3 is 11, Red Fox.
He still misses.
Yeah.
But
Still
hasn't missed
misses.
I'm breaking it down so it's easier for me. For some reason, I have a 9 and a 4. I really should change that.
Yes, you should.
Yes, indeed. Cromwell.
Hello, buddy.
Bye-bye, dragon.
Ba-dee-ba-dee-boo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Kill
31.
it now. Do-do-do-do. You hit it now. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
I'm actually going to just do all the attacks and then I'll do the damage.
Okay.
23. That actually doesn't hit.
No. The dragon
33.
might live. No. That's a hit. Still, the dragon might live. The dragon might live. That's another fucking bunch of damage. All right.
Barely lives, if my math is right.
Hang on.
Just keep biting into him.
I think he's got like 10 HP or 20, if my math is right.
Actually, frankly, he's getting his damage reduction against my fangs. So
Yeah, he is, because your fangs aren't magical.
yet.
Whoa.
My sword is.
Yeah.
I'm just
I forgot to factor in his damage reduction again. I gotta get better at that.
I mean, it didn't apply to anything other than my fangs.
Fair enough. Still. Yeah, no, he lives. He just lives. And
But
it's
he's
his turn.
really fucked up and mad, so he's probably gonna breath weapon Cromwell and
Try to take me out.
Yeah, no, he's gonna try and breath weapon. What is the DC for his breath weapon right now?
It's con based, if I believe.
It's con. No, actually, yeah, it's con.
It's also based on age.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
but the DC goes down if it's considered.
Yep.
If he's an adult dragon, the DC is 26.
-2.
$10 plus half his hit dice plus con modifier. So if I do my math right, that is a DC 14.
No.
Wow, you're a shitty dragon.
Well, hang on, because half
this
his hit dice is 22, so that's 11. No, okay, no, 10
They
plus
actually
11.
have a
Okay,
they have a
so
chart
it's 10
for
plus
it.
11, so it's 23.
Yes.
24, rather. 24. 24 is the DC.
Yes. Yes.
But where is he shooting it?
He is shooting.
Directly at you, more than likely.
Yeah, he's shooting at you.
Oh, so mean.
Am I getting clipped by it?
It's a 50-foot cone. I actually don't think you would be. So if the cone's coming out of him, and the first square is Cromwell, then it would be the 3 squares behind him.
Don't know.
Okay.
Yeah. He could have moved to try and hit both of you, but I don't think he wanted to provoke that attack of opportunity.
I better get a fucking file open, or do you want to do the loot after the session?
All right, so
Commander,
I'll do the loot after. Wait,
Well,
where's the
roll
fucking-
your reflex.
I know. I'm trying to figure. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out where his fucking damage is now. It's not on the page I thought it was.
Well, Crabwell still needs to
I just
see if he
did.
takes half or
Okay.
not.
He got 16. He rolled it. Okay.
Oh, I didn't see that.
If it's an adult dragon, so like it's a 12d10 damage.
Yeah.
12d10?
12d10.
Okay. I couldn't find that table.
Cromwell might be going away.
If he fucking hits 10s on everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
Wait, it's fire based. You're immune.
It is.
Oh. Fucking
Shit,
healed me.
that's right.
He fully healed me.
Why do you think I aimed it at you?
Romo just he looks more re-energized from the breath.
It just had a warm bath. He can't breathe again on his next turn.
I look purely radiant.
Sorry.
So Cromwell's gone
Right,
Super
Red.
Saiyan.
You ready to kill Steel and Dragon, Red?
Yeah,
Like,
I hopefully will kill Steeler
Actually-
Dragon.
He gave me temporary hit points as well.
All right, let's hope I don't fucking blow this.
No.
Really flex, the
Cromwell
dragon's
is
trying.
no-
The dragon's trying to overheal you to death.
26 misses.
Yes.
Fuck.
Ah,
Bite
Alright.
will always miss. Well,
Alright.
that's the end of
all
my
right, Ymir,
turn.
you ready to take the kill?
Do you even want me to roll a hit? Because my bait, without me rolling, I can hit his touch AC. I got a
if you
plus
wanna.
8. So I'll
If you
just roll
wanna, alright.
damage.
No, because you can still roll a nat 1.
That's still over his touch AC.
Nat 1 causes
That
you
one always
to-
misses.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'll.
Get a 1. Get a 1. The bar get the kill. The bar get the kill.
Temporary hit points don't go away until they're lost. I'm
13.
just supercharged right now.
Oh, damn you. Alright, roll your damage.
32.
Oh, he's dead.
Actually, it's not even 32. It's whatever. It's high enough. He's dead.
He's dead. He had 12 HP. Alright.
All
he's
right.
dead.
I'm going to actually use up the rest of my ice spells to put out the fire behind Cromwell.
That's probably the
Okay.
quickest fight we've had in this entire game series entirely.
Well, that's because Cromwell is pun-punned.
Yes, we haven't been pun yet. Sovic's gonna start sending like 4 of these dragons at us
I
at a
did
time.
not
We
make
guard.
a single hit on this thing. That sucked.
I was one
No,
away from making
You
a
did
hit.
not.
The
That was
base.
That was a level 15 encounter, by the way.
All right. So, is there any more fire, or did I put it all out?
You put it all out.
Good. I don't want to burn any of the jungle right before we go to the jungle temple.
Not before we see the beautiful snake people.
All right, we'll deal with. All right, well, guys, that was interesting. By the way, Can I try to take the hide?
You can try, yeah.
What would you have me roll? Can I use my armor craft to try and do that? No, I don't think I can.
I don't know what you can use. I'm calculating loot.
Don't you have that loot calculator that automatically does it? Or did
Yeah,
you-
but I
does
did
it-
it wrong, so I had to back up and redo it.
Oh, okay.
Also, I thought Sovic doesn't like using it because it's kind of sucky.
I still used it.
Okay.
Roll like a survival to skin them or something.
Let's see. How much HP did we earn?
I'm gonna have to figure that out in a second. Let's see what levels are everybody now.
I'm like
And I really hope I don't fucking
6.
level up.
8 and 6.
Wait, no, you're not 6.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
is.
Well, you know, you're CR.
No, sorry. 9.
All right, so 8 and 9.
Sorry, forgot.
Yeah, 2 9s and
I'm
3
8.
8s.
That's my effective level. My actual level 6.
yeah.
So I feel great after that fight. How's everyone else doing?
So
fine.
I'm gonna ask. All right, who has the
Has
highest
your hair
survival in
always
the
been
party?
blonde, or is this just something new?
So Bara, do you have?
Wait,
Does Bara
what?
have the highest survival?
I have survival of 14.
I have survival 14.
I'm gonna ask you guys if you could skin the dragon for me because I would
Okay.
really
Alright.
like.
So how much XP could you not get?
Me?
Yeah, like what's the exact number that you have to avoid?
See, let me calculate it real quick.
So, however much you need to level up, -1, essentially.
I literally just want to know how much does he need to level up.
6,850.
Okay, you're good. You're close, but you're good.
Like, yeah.
What
I
number did
figured
you say?
I'm going to basically have to not give you guys another fight just so the Otak can get in his fucking prestige class.
I mean, the thing I've been trying to do for like 4 sessions now.
How much did you say that was? 6,850?
No, that's how
No,
much.
no, that's how much he needs to level up.
Yeah, that's what I was asking.
Look, there's more dragons over there. Let's go fight them. And Jack's like, no, I can't learn more right
We
now.
still have 30 minutes. I was kind of hoping we could at least get to the temple before the session's over. There's
All right,
nothing but
so-
traveling.
Dragon's Den.
To be fair, with my 28, how much did I skin of it?
You skin it all. Nothing
Good.
left
I
there.
have the full hide for the dragon. Thank you.
Good luck
I
carrying
took-
it without flux.
I put it in a sack and I put it in my bag of holding. It doesn't weigh that much.
Fuck you.
I mean, if you want to, if anybody wants the meat, they can have it, but I don't care for the meat.
Okay.
I only
I'm
So-
more for bones and the
Are you
stuff
gonna
for
take any of
crafting.
the? Are you gonna do any of the blood thing again, or are we just gonna move on?
All right, I'll bleed it a little bit. I've got 18 vials. Anybody want some dragon's blood?
If I can use it for dragon crafting on myself, yes.
We could give it to that vampire. He'd be happy with it.
All right, well, I take 10 of the vials and I bleed them and fill them. So I got 10 vials of dragon blood. I don't know why I
you
have
guys
another
would've been
10
about
vials of dragon
There.
blood.
How much XP did we get?
Just wait a second. He's going to say it. 10 more vials of dragon blood.
So that's 6, 9.
I have 20 vials of dragon's blood now. And
All right. So, for the sake of experience here, it's going to take you guys another 9 weeks to get to the place on the map you were shown.
That's basically that, like, oasis in the middle of the plateaus.
Well, to get to the edge of the plateaus.
Okay.
this is not taking
Um,
nearly as long as we thought it was, but that's cool.
Yeah, well, that happens when I start arbitrarily making up distances as we go.
Means
Partway
you don't have to pay
along
as
the
much.
way, though, can I get everyone to roll perception checks?
Do we have perception?
I think that'd be like a spot or search check.
Spot, find spot. Roll your ocular finding things check.
I got a 20.
28.
So
27.
when you get about, a good ways into the jungle, I'm going to say about, fuck,
Oh,
Thing.
shit. 33.
thing went back on me for some reason. I don't know why. Jimmy cracked corn and fire.
Probably my
cracked
only
Alright,
good roll of the game.
There are ruins we're supposed to find. Yay, we found them. We rolled
So
high enough.
hereish. You found
I rolled
ruins.
good
I'm
for
gonna
once.
mark 'em.
Yay.
That's where the ruins were, that brown dot. You found ruins of an ancient city.
Nice.
Yay.
Do you want to do anything with this knowledge that you have
Do you
found
want to
ruins of an ancient city?
Do we
Let's
want
explore
to
it.
explore? Do we want to explore the ruins, or do you want to go straight to the place first? I don't
You could
care.
probably
which.
loot those ruins. Get some pretty good money from it.
Do a quick one over, see what's there.
All right.
Kill anyone who's in there. Take their stuff.
I don't want to kill anyone that's in there.
If it's elves,
Why
we
not?
leave them alone.
They have good money.
If it's
Right, so
money, I say yes.
The consensus is that you're going into these ruins?
Yes.
I say
I
we'll at least do a
guess.
quick one over.
I'd say go into the ruins. They're more decayed than the elf city was, but they're still fairly well preserved, surprisingly, by being isolated here in the jungle, just completely overgrown with nature.
Can I find any symbols or anything on a wall?
As a matter of fact, you might be able to start searching, bro.
You need aid?
Yes, I do. If you could do the search roll for me, that's the thing Ymir does not do well. I can knowledge it for you, but I can't find it myself.
Well, I don't have a good search. Well, I'll just ask if you need help with it.
I'll help out as well.
What's
Oh,
everyone's search skill modifier?
Mine is 14.
Yeah, you do it.
I'm
Alright.
looking for money.
Bara manages to find plenty of wall writings in various places. Almost like street signs in a way. They seem to mostly be at intersections and around doorways to buildings.
Can I do a historic roll to see if history knowledge, see if I can recognize any of it in any of the books I read?
You can, but first I'm going to go to Red, who has found lots of ancient coins.
Ooh, yay, ancient coins.
They have no current monetary value that you're aware of, but I'm going to say you find about a good 300 or so lying around.
Okay.
And as for Neotag, is that your history roll there?
Not really. That was a mistake. But I
Okay,
will...
well, roll.
Hello? Anyone in these ruins?
Right,
And
that's my
nobody
history roll.
answers but the birds.
What birds?
The
Hello,
jungle birds squawking in the trees and in the tops of the ruins.
All
Do
right,
you live here?
27.
27. They seem to be similar to symbols recorded about from before the Age of Darkness, back during the age of the technology that is now sitting partially in your head.
Interesting. Do we want to look for... All right, how many buildings are actually still standing?
Lots. Various levels of, caved in and walls fallen in, but you could probably find a good several dozen if you were to actually take the time to go through this whole city.
Where's the largest one?
Center of town. There's a large ziggurat-like structure in the middle of town.
That'd be
All
like
right,
those.
I suggest that's where we go search and look around, because that will be the most preserved building then.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Agreed.
All right, we go there. Our searching people should probably search for like hatches or anything else they can find at the main structure of town.
Okay, I look.
The place is covered in some sort of ceremonial writing depicting people in worship around the ziggurat and a light shining from the top of it.
Ymir's gonna lick his finger, and he pulls out his wand of comprehend languages and casts it on himself.
Okay.
So what does it say?
Nothing. It's a picture.
That there was writing as well.
I mean, not in this exact spot. You want to go find some and read it?
Yes.
Yeah, doesn't stuff
Okay.
like last a couple hours per level or something?
The nearest writing you can find simply says Grand Temple.
Interesting. I've got this effect on me for the next 8 hours.
Yeah.
So
if you want, you can go around. They're literally like fucking street signs. They're just pointing in different directions, saying this way.
Can I find one that says like main government building or something like that?
No, you don't.
Maybe not with those words specifically.
No, I mean like town hall or
No mentions of town halls.
libraries.
Mention of a library, learning center. It says.
Huh. All right, where's that? That's where we will go to next, I guess.
That takes you a little ways back out of the center of town to a building that's completely overgrown with vines. Not caved in yet, though.
All right, let's get to hacking. I guess we start hacking away at the vines. I'm gonna tell them where we're going. This should be where we can find the most information.
All right.
Okay, I start swacking away.
Hacking, swagging, smacking. All right, so yeah, you get inside. Yep, and there's a lot of like old decayed books in here. Most of them are pretty much rotted out and are just
Any bodies?
bindings.
I'm gonna ask Bara.
Yeah, there's skeletons lying around.
I'm gonna ask Bara if he can see if he can find a book that's not completely rotted out.
Okay, I look for one.
You managed to find one.
All right, I start trying to read the book.
Okay. Trying to think if I should make you do a roll for this, but I guess I'm just gonna assume you very carefully open the book, careful not to make the worn pages crumble to dust. It appears to be a book detailing the rise of the city. Lots of proper nouns that you have no basis of understanding for.
Yeah. But I get the general gist of it because of the spell.
Yeah, you understood that this was once not necessarily a small town, but it was definitely a city of some point at one point that was part of a larger kingdom.
Okay.
Whose name means nothing to you.
I'm gonna carefully wrap the book up and put it in my bag of holding for examination later.
Okay.
Yeah, can we find any other books that are not completely rotted?
Make another check.
Anything else worth being?
All right, at a 25.
25 does find yet another book. This one is not historical. It is more religious. It talks about them worshiping a sun god, but by a name other than Palor. They called it.
We found the Book of Ra.
No, I'm going to make a name up here. They called it Kalatiti.
Kalatiti?
Kalati. Just Kalati.
Kalati. All right, I'm going to wrap up that book as well. Is there any others, or is that about it?
You mean you can keep rolling?
Yeah, Bara, if you can make a cut, just like make 5 more rolls.
All right, that's 5 of them. Starting from 20. Starting from the 16. So 16, 30, 33, 19, 34.
You found a book detailing various wars between other kingdoms that you know nothing about. You do actually, with that 34, you do find a book on magic and its relationship to items. It actually seems to be part of what you might need to gather your understanding.
Yes, I will definitely keep that book. I'm going to make sure to
preserve it as well as possible.
Yeah, that one I'll handle the most. The one about wars and other kingdoms I'll take with us. Let me see, how many old books is that? That's
like 4 books.
4 books, 1 very important.
Now, I hope you remember what the books are about.
I found my niche. It's out of combat.
Well, honestly, this is just most of the books are only artifacts to be sold. They're going to be like antiques. One's about the history.
Yeah. I wonder what I can get out of the gold coin or out of the old coins.
300, I think you said, right?
Yeah, there's 300 of them.
300.
All right, so history, religious, sun god. You told me one was magic, and you failed to tell us what the other one was about.
That still sounds like 4 to me.
So there was 2 history books or 2 religious books?
There was a history, there was a religious, there was the wars, and there was the magic.
All right, war book. Sorry, completely forgot.
Anything else of interest in this place?
Yeah, they're like
that is worth something.
Can I make a quick check to see if there's any spare change on the ground?
If you want to check some of the other buildings that you haven't gotten to yet, you can make a check to see what's in those.
Well, nothing in the library, I imagine.
We've cleaned out the library. So
let me do something here. Speed this along a bit.
I mean, if there's more books, Ymir is going to be interested, but at the same time, we need to speed this along.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll for the other 6 or so buildings that I had. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Mostly pottery, art items.
We can detail the art items later. Just
old gems. When I say art items, I mean like just like little like carved totem type things that were obviously used to be part of like necklaces and things like that have long since like
had they're not worth
stuff rot away. Yeah,
they're not worth anything.
The only things of worth that you did find was the head of a Warforged.
Okay, I am definitely going to hold on to that.
Some sort of bizarre mechanical leg thing, but not like a human leg, almost like an insect leg. It's jointed in the middle in several places and ends at a sharp point.
All right, I'm going to write down head of a Warforge, a interesting insect leg.
Are you keeping track of weights for your bag of holding?
Yes, I only have 55 in it right now. So, and the books took me up to 60. I still have 190.
All right.
Most of the stuff in my bag is doesn't weigh anything.
You find a slightly odd shaped smithing hammer. It seems like it's very ornate.
All right, odd shaped smithing hammer. I wrote that down.
And that would be all that you found.
Nothing interesting. Darn.
So, things very interesting to you,
So that's all of you sucking this place dry.
All right. Okay, let's move on.
Cities of the dead.
About the dead?
Looting the cities of the dead.
Yep.
It's not looting the dead. It is called archaeology.
Yes, it is called archaeology.
Redistribution of resources.
I'm half elf, so that stuff's still half mine by lineage.
No.
I mean, that assumes the city's elven.
What part of insect leg didn't you get?
Well, it's a mechanical insect leg.
Well, I did.
I
did ask to check for bodies, and
it's actually a sort of clockwork insect leg.
I'll add clockwork insect leg then. If that's everything.
That is everything. Continuing on your merry way. So that brings you to the edge of the plateaus.
As we travel, just for the record, whenever we make camp, I'm pulling out the magic book and the Warforge head, and I'm trying to figure them out.
Okay. So as you get close to the plateaus, let's get some listen checks from you guys.
Okay.
A 16, I probably don't hear jack shit.
23. Well, you can't crit fail skill checks, so.
Can I get a mulligan?
I hear all again.
Okay, so Flux and Red, you guys hear the sound of like a fast slithering sound, and then you are all suddenly surrounded by about a dozen or so large, muscular men whose lower bodies end like snakes, who say "Stop intruders" in a snaky voice.
What language are they speaking in?
They're speaking common.
Okay, I'm going to stop.
I stop and raise my hands.
I'm going to say, hello, Jaleem sent us.
They pause at that, and one of them
sneeze.
I'm glad one of you remembered the sneeze.
I'm gonna look around.
I remembered that.
Jaleem sent us, and and then I'll sneeze. I forgot about the sneeze.
Wait, what?
Jaleem said either say Jaleem sent him or sneeze. I don't remember which. So they're doing both.
How are you guys? What? How you guys say?
He's a kooky old man. You listen to what he says. All right, what happens?
One of them lowers the sword he's carrying, and tells you to follow him, and they lead you through the jungle to a worn path that makes traveling a little easier. And then about 20 minutes later, you're outside a sprawling city that takes up the entire area between the plateaus and seems to actually have stairs that crawl up the plateaus in a zigzag up to their summits, where you can see more buildings on the inner side of the summits.
This is amazing. Give me a
And
second to
it's
look
all
around.
populated with various types of snake people.
Hey, did you guys have the city back a while back? It's all dead in there.
Yes, that is one of the cities of your kind
It's
from
our
long
kind.
ago.
Well, I mean, I asked if it was your city, but okay.
Well, they're basically saying it's not.
I know you're snakes, but and you don't have. Actually, hold on. How do you hear? You're snake people. Do you have ears?
Silence.
Come here. Let me look at you.
Snakes have ears. All right?
Yeah, they do.
They
They
Double
don't.
actually
ear
have
holes.
ears.
And all holes in the sides of their head.
Do they have good like abs? Because I imagine snakes are like doing crunches constantly.
Oh yeah, no, the male snake things with the snake bodies, no, they're fucking ripped to shit. They got like fucking washboard 6-packs you can grind meat on.
Great cheese on
What
that.
about the women?
They're very lithe, skinny, with long arms and legs that are slightly longer and slimmer than would be normal for
All
a
right,
human
so
or even an elf.
here's the $10 million question: tits on the female snakes or not?
Yes.
That's-
Well,
Like,
specifically for some of them, because some of them are actually bipedal and do not have snake lower bodies.
like
Interesting.
rating. Like, are we
So,
talking
like-
like one to 10?
Yeah, there's clearly like several like subspecies of the species living here.
Okay. Well, like, what's their highest rating? Like a 9, 8?
Yeah, I give them an 8.
This is pretty good. Pretty good for snake people. I've seen better.
All right, so I assume we're following them to a temple or something.
Yeah, there's a giant temple in the middle of the Oasis Lake that's kind of like in the middle of the giant the city.
I'm gonna have to ask if they mind if I take a drink from the lake.
They let you.
I
So what
take
are
a
you
drink from
guys?
the lake. I'm
Oh, is that
thirsty. It's been a while.
So what are you guys?
We are the mighty 1T.
Okay. Out of character. All alarms are going off. In character. I can't say anything.
Yeah, seriously.
I always thought that was like a homebrew race.
No,
No,
that's D&D 1. The untiered that are right in Monster Manual 1.
Yep.
What do you know of Jalim? I'm gonna look around again quick, see if he appears.
He once helped our leaders in a great crisis.
What crisis?
The crisis of the Horned One.
What horned one?
Flux.
We do not speak its name.
I'm gonna remind Flux of what the vampire told us about.
What did he tell us about? Because I'm not gonna lie, Cromwell wasn't paying attention because he was trying to keep it.
Cromwell was too busy counting cards in his head to keep the mind reader out.
Cromwell really did not listen to that
I
conversation.
am going to, in the quietest voice I can possibly make, tell him the name of what we learned.
Are you telling Cromwell or the snake?
Cromwell.
Okay.
I mean, I don't remember either. Are we not supposed to say the name?
No,
Like Voldemort?
it sounds like they don't like hearing the name. All right.
It kind of is like Voldemort Flux.
Well, they said they don't speak it. Doesn't say they don't like it. Like, I don't speak the N word, but I think it's a very, very attractive word.
The vampire outright told you to speak his name is to give him power, as if you were actively worshiping him.
Oh, okay, it's literally just Stephen Voldemort. Okay.
Yes, kind of is.
Does it rhyme with Fargon? I'm a mockery.
I know this thing called Flagon. It's what you call a Pokemon.
Does it?
So, I'm going to.
I'm really gonna ask him that. Does it rhyme with Fargon?
He just looks at you like you're a fool.
Come on. Does he have a stupid unicorn horn?
I'll take a few steps away from Cromwell.
As do I.
All right. I'm going to try and stop Cromwell for once, and I'm going to interrupt and go, so where are you taking us?
To the temple of the Kotal.
Okay.
Kotels.
Kotal. You guys speak weird.
All right. And I assume we're heading there.
Yes.
While Flux
heading there.
tries
And you
While
will
Flux tries to
you will
once
reach
again,
there next time.
Who taught you guys common?
Next
while
time.
Flux tries to pick a fight with another race, like he does every time we meet somebody new.
You're technically auntie.
Oh
I'm
no!
not
Actually, the one he's talking to when it's not regarding Zargon is actually more than happy to kind of answer his questions, although somewhat annoyed by them.
Look, I met a priest once. I can be here for days. Just answer the questions.
All right.
That's such an interesting conversation starter. I met a priest once. I could be here for days. What does that have to do with anything? The point is, answer the questions.
The point is, answer the goddamn question.
All right, so what's your XP?
XP and
Alright.
loot.
XP and loot.
Let's do the XP first, since that's what Red cares about.
All right. Red and Flux will go first this time. You have 4,320 XP.
I'm actually not that far away from leveling up again.
Almost to level up.
The
What did
rest
you
of
say?
you,
4,000?
80. I'm 80 XP away from leveling up.
Hey, quick, come over here. Let's punch each other for a few moments.
I'll give you 80 for killing an extra 80 for having killed the fucking dragon.
Hold on,
So you
hold on.
guys can level up.
I'm gonna ask the auntie, how much XP do each of you guys get?
Yay, 80. Hear that, Flux?
Alright,
We got
so-
the 80.
We are worth a pittance.
I don't need 80. I need like maybe 2,000.
Okay.
I need about 1,600. Like how much of a pittance? Because I mean, it gets a pittance speak changes depending on what level you are.
Look, you could grind on us for days, and it just wouldn't add up.
Right.
But if I
So-
kill those coattails guys,
Do I get the 80 or not?
No,
You get the 80.
No,
Flux
okay.
doesn't need it.
I'm gonna wait till next time because pretty much all of you are probably gonna level up after whatever the next fight is, because the rest of you got
Want my
5760.
What number?
5760.
So our current number is 34,910.
Yep.
Want my damn assassin level?
34,910.
And not gonna lie, pretty much as soon as you talk to the Quotal next week, you're gonna just get 1,000 experience for completing.
Well, then why don't we
Yeah,
just
adventure
finish
segment.
that now?
Yeah, we
Because
got,
I
like,
want to give a cliffhanger.
hey,
Plus, I
Crowell's
mean,
gonna run in the temple. Hey guys,
I mean, literally, Flux, we have a good 5-10 minutes left. Let's just do that.
Yeah,
part
let's just
then.
do that so we can.
I'll give you all the 1,000 now.
Okay.
but-
I can't.
It can be
have-
it can hang on, no need to attack. It can be assumed for the purpose of your class that you have met them.
Okay. Well, then
The actual meeting will be done next week because I kind of want to make a big thing out of it, and I don't want to just cram it into 5 minutes.
Yeah,
I need-
especially
we
because we need
need-
to be able to level up our characters. In
yeah, the
between
rest
sessions.
of us
Right.
need 90. So can we just have the 90 experience then?
No, you're getting 1,000. Take the 1,000.
I'm taking the 1,000. I'm just telling you, me, Bara, and Kiri are not going to level up
Sure.
then.
I'm
Fine.
Laura.
That's
Then
fine.
Take 1,100.
Yay!
Good God.
Take 2,000 because this is the end of a chapter of the campaign.
yeah, I leveled up.
Yay! Level
Now
up.
I need an
Everybody levels up. You're
Now-
happy.
I need an extra 15,000 Sylvic. Can I get that from the Koalas? What if
Maybe
I-
from the Quaddles if you negotiate well.
What if I kill all 3 of them? Or I assume there's like a council of Koalas. What if
I
I,
don't
kill
know.
them?
So we all have 37,910. Me, Bara, and Kiri, just for the record.
All right. Now, treasure.
4 more strength.
Treasure.
All right,
Alright,
I'm prepared to write it down. I've got the dragon loot up,
All right, in the dragon's belly.
and I've got
else-
a calculator
Where else
up.
would it keep its treasure? Come on, are you a madman? Would be 2,400 platinum. Gems worth 2,220 gold.
Sorry, you said 2220?
2,220.
2,000 and
220, yes.
2-2. Oh, shit. Okay.
2220.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
2220. Art objects.
Perfect.
All right, I'm ready.
Okay, I read that as a door for a second. You get a new pair of dice,
A what?
Dice worth what?
130 gold, a pair of wooden dice, a fox fur belt.
Is it Todd? Can we identify if it's Todd?
Fox fur belt worth.
1,400 gold.
It might be Todd.
Only the finest of foxes were used for this belt. The most naggy of foxes. No. Painted glass necklace worth 50. A platinum brooch worth 400. Let's see. A polished stone ring worth 100. Something that Neotag might want to carry around because of all the things that drop.
Polished stone worth 100, right?
Yeah, stone ring. Porcelain scroll case. You might want to, have that for all those scrolls you keep picking up. That's worth 500 gold. Let's see. Oh, more fur. A rabbit fur mask. I like to think it just looks like the Donnie Darko mask.
All right, rabbit fur mask worth
110.
All right.
A silk pennant trimmed with sable. That's worth 400.
All right. Pennant, silk pennant, trim, sable.
Yep. Last art is a small bag of spices worth 80 gold. Dragon like to put some spice on that meat. Actually, that's probably something a dragon would do.
Small bag of spices, 80 gold. All right. Anything else?
Yes, magic items.
Does this dragon claws get inside that small bag? Hold on, no. I don't trust this. That was a man in a dragon suit.
Well, dragons can't polymorph.
Some can.
He was planning ahead, Flux. Come on. Clearly, he used his tongue to just put some of the spice on his tongue so it would taste of spice as he ate something.
By the way, just for the record, with that dragon's tooth and claws, I can make those Dragoncraft weapons in medium sizes now.
Yay!
All right, you ready for the magic shit?
Yeah.
All right. You have one scroll. An arcane scroll of misdirection.
Arcane scroll, misdirection.
Armor of arrow attraction.
Armor of what?
Arrow attraction.
Um,
It's worth 9,000 gold.
So a cursed artifact, in other words, because
Yeah.
that's a bad spell.
No,
unless you give it to the meat shields who can tank the arrows.
You're not supposed to. No, that's not how it works. It just gives you a penalty to AC for ranged weapons. You're not supposed to tell us that, frankly.
Well, it doesn't say not to. It usually does. So you are actually able to know what this one does. This was just a poorly disguised cursed item.
So I'm gonna just kind of put that one in the bag and ignore it.
What's this? Hold on. Does anyone speak Draconic? I do.
I do as
I
well.
think
so
I do
fuck
as
that.
well. Yes, I do. I speak Draconic as well.
The sticky note
I
reads
think we
totally
all
not-
speak Draconic.
Hold on. The sticky note reads totally not armor of arrow attraction. Again, how did you hold the pencil? Hold on.
All right. Anything else besides a cursed armor that no one's ever going to touch?
There's more stuff. Gloves of swimming and climbing. +2 potion of bark skin. Potion of misdirection. A wand of bear's endurance. A wand of burning hands.
Oh wait, how many charges in the wand of bear's endurance?
18. And there's 29 in the burning hands. And lastly, wand of color spray, 20 charges.
You said 20 out of 50?
20, yep.
All right, so wand of burning hands, 18 out of 50. Wand of color spray, 20. Bear's endurance, 18. All right, good.
Will you make a list of all this stuff available in the RPG chat?
Of course he will. He always does.
Okay, because I do have to go. I got things that I need to get done.
After I spell correct it and make sure everything's added up, yes. But just for the record, before you go, Red, that's
Cast as if he was a level 7 sorcerer.
That's 480 platinum for everybody.
480 plat. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yes. Because I can't divvy up the gems until we get back to town and get them turned into gold.
Hey, Snake Men, do you like gems?
Let's see. Now I'm going to factor out during your travels what happened in the stars and what time it is. I think you went past New Year's.
Wait,
Yes.
say the number.
Yeah,
started
you've gone past New Year's.
480 platinum.
Okay. There we go.
Do the Snake Men understand currency? Or are they backwards tribals?
I understand currency.
Can we buy, like, beer here? Snake beer? I want to try snake beer.
All right, so I've got the loot list. I'm going to hold on to this one for a while, just for the record, and to go over it again for people who kind of tuned out. We have a huge dragon hide with teeth and claws. I also took its eyes as well, so I now have 4 sets of dragon eyes.
Yeah. Okay, there was only one eclipse during that whole 12-week period, and it was toward the beginning of your journey.
I just realized I'm a raptor. I'm a reptile too, like these snake people.
Yes. Also, a comet showed up at one point.
Does that mean they're equal, or in fact superior?
Comet doesn't also seem to be going away.
Not really a comet, then, now is it?
No, it's not, if it's not going away.
All right, I'll try to get back in a little
not
I
bit.
can see a
Comets
comet
work.
for a few weeks.
That's not how comet works, stupid DM.
I'll see you guys a little
Look,
later.
it's a very slow-moving comet.
That would be a meteor, and it's headed right for us.
Yeah. How long was like Hale Bop visible? I think it was like a couple of weeks.
Someone quick, devise the telescope. I'm confused about this comet.
I'm confused about how astronomy works.
We have telescopes.
No, where's those elves? Those fuckers knew the sun, that we rotate around the sun. They have to have telescopes or something.
Actually, there was a meteor shower on the first day of the new year. Also, a fireball happened on the 7th.
What does that even fucking mean?
A giant fireball right for the sky.
Where?
No Aurora Borealis.
You couldn't see it anywhere. Well, sometimes that happens, but not this time. But actually, no, two fireballs dropped.
You know, honestly,
Hold on,
I would
we can each other.
expect every time the fire moon shows up, there would be fire in the sky. But
Fireball.
Actually, the fire plane was a new moon during the second one.
Fireball came from the sky. Where? Well, you didn't see the fireball.
The negative plane was in full moon during the first one, and the water plane was in full moon during the second one. So
It feels so in depth or something that my character can literally care less about.
It honestly,
This is all randomly generated by my calendar.
What's the point?
I don't know, so the DM can make plot things with it later.
Mm-hmm.
There's an Aurora on the 28th.
Cool.
Alright, so you're now in February, basically. Call it the 9th.
ah, crap. We got our feet now. I've got to pick my feet.
I didn't.
You got your feet last level.
All I had to do was add an extra 4 to my strength and con and give myself 4 skill points, and that's all.
I'm going to go ahead and end the stream. I hope anyone who might have been watching enjoyed, but I don't think anyone was, so fuck you.
Cromwell's now to a 45 strength.
I was.
Yeah, Carrie was watching, but he shouldn't have been.
I know a few people watch the recordings. I don't know